I want to change my work email. I'm a private practice, so it's just for me. I'm the only person on the account.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to charge me over $7,000 to renew my HIPAA compliant email. And Hush is a lot cheaper, Hush Mail.
Yeah.
But they've told me that at the end of the month, once it expires, I won't have access to any of my old emails and stuff. Do
Mm-hmm.
you want to download that so I can find the information again?
Yes, there is a way to do that. Each email provider is different. So the challenge is, how does your current email do it? Is it what's the domain again?
So I've got a GoDaddy domain for it's just and I mean I use at C4RG because that's I'm counseling for resilience and
Mm-hmm.
growth.com. So I don't know, but GoDaddy is who I go through.
So we'll see. Export my contacts calendar and email with GoDaddy. So it looks like if you log into your email, do you, how do you log into your email? Is it through Outlook or?
I can do it if I go to Outlook, they send me back to GoDaddy
Oh,
to this
interesting.
login thing. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's connected to Outlook because I have all that OneDrive and everything, which I assume I would lose my OneDrive and stuff too.
If it's connected with your GoDaddy account, yes. But if you pay for Microsoft 360 separately, um,
I do,
then you would keep
I
it.
do, but it's a separate account. It's or personal account.
Yeah, so you would still have it with your personal account, um, but you wouldn't have it with your business account, um, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
So I should be able to download and save all that too.
to a computer, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Microsoft 365, but that doesn't seem to help you if you're not able to. So, if you want to share your screen, we could look at it together. Otherwise, I can give you general.
I hate to take everybody's time, so why don't you just give
Why
me a
we're here.
Yeah, that's fine.
And sometimes they catch things before I do. So sometimes they're smarter than I am.
kind of can't share my screen on anything with this accounts because it's all HIPAA.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Um, so it looks like I'll put this in the comments section. We'll see if this helps you at all.
Great. Thank
Um, if you can archive that way. It's still wanting you to go through Microsoft 365, which isn't helpful for your purposes. Um, GoDaddy. So it also looks like you can, under share tool, and uninstall. This might be an option too, but they never make it easy for you, which is the frustrating part.
Well, they're so helpful when you're coming in, but they're not helpful when you leave.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly it. Um, so that one might be an option. And they keep changing things and making it harder, so. But usually you can, under like general or accounts or settings, download. Unfortunately, it's never easy.
Where do you download it to? I couldn't even
So,
where to put it.
So you can download it to your computer's hard drive. Um, and then you have it all as like document type files. Um, you might be able to import them into your personal email if you want to do that. But you might want that separation still.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and again, every email is different, unfortunately. Let me see if I can log into my Office 365. I haven't done this in so long either that it's probably different.
It's lovely to know that you've done it.
It's been 15 years probably, unfortunately.
But it
Uh,
worked.
And I'm sure they make it harder.
Yeah, things changed probably in 15 years. Just a
Yep,
little bit.
Sure.
just a little bit. Um, okay, so according to Microsoft 365, if you're doing it through Outlook, if you want to import stuff, there's under settings a file tab, and the export you have the EML you can import that way. But trying to find like export information
Mm.
is just a hard bit, unfortunately. View settings. So mail. Export should be somewhere in like this section, theoretically. But again, the challenge is I feel like I have to play with it forever to figure it out. Counts.
I guess that's encouraging. It's not just us out there playing with things forever.
Well, and maybe this is something AI might be faster at. How do I do this?
Oh, that's true. They might get this one right.
They might.
Hmm.
But and I need to delete a lot of stuff. You can see my inbox is 90%, 97% full. So, yeah. I'm not seeing it right away, but it's there, I promise. Let's see what AI says.
Seeing all that makes me realize the technology has very, very much so passed me by. I don't understand any of that. Oh,
They don't want to make it easy for you. They want you to stay on their platform forever.
And the
Exactly.
price keeps going up.
I missed something, but
The price keeps going up year after year to stay on the platforms.
yep. And they've changed it to subscription-based emails so that
Mhm.
it's no longer a one-time fee, so they continue to make money off you.
Mhm.
Most everything is going to a subscription plan nowadays that you're paying a monthly or annual fee whether you really need it or not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it looks like Mag, do you see a section that says file? And then
Where, where is that?
at the top of your inbox for GoDaddy.
Oh, okay, I haven't opened it. Let's see. I'm so bad, I'm having a hard time
I understand.
separating the Zoom, which I don't normally use, from the rest of my computer.
I hear you. I get that.
Okay. It's being slow.
I'm also trying to see if I can find it in Google,
Ah,
because that's where I did it before.
something went wrong with logging in. Great.
That sounds about right.
Doesn't want to let me log in. Oh, no.
You lost your chance.
Yeah. Are they already mad that I haven't given them $7,000 yet?
Yes, they went, we're done.
Yeah. In a new window.
According to ChatGPT, there's a file section, and then under file, there's open and export. And then under that is import export.
So if I go to something that says export, where do I tell it to export to? It asks me for destination, right?
Yes, it would be like your desktop or your downloads or whatever it might be.
So if I put it on my desktop, will it just be like one icon there? Because that sounds like a convenient way to do it.
Yes. Oh, interesting. So another thing
Mm-hmm.
I see, let me share my screen. This is Outlook again. So if I select the emails I want to do and I right click, there was
I hate when that happens too.
maybe it's with two, maybe it's don't tell me it's one at a time.
Oh my gosh. I'd like to export everything since 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Next
my.
there'll be a suit and they'll say, well, you said in this email.
So it looks like if you have under one, download and then download as a EML or download as a message.
So what
Email,
if,
I think, is I'd have to Google what those two differences are. My guess is email is an email file and this is like a text message type file. Could
Mhm.
you do that under like a whole folder? Like, no,
Too easy.
that would be too easy, right?
Yeah, exactly. You keep forgetting they don't make it easy for you.
Nope.
They don't want you to do this.
No, they don't. Can empty things, but no. So, yes, sharings and permissions. No. Because at some point, somebody else is going to ask this question too. Okay. Well, maybe GoDaddy is smarter than Outlook. There's a right click for the download section.
Can you forward the emails to some other email program on your own computer? That would take time.
Yeah, it would probably be forwarding like 5,000 emails or
Oh,
something. Yeah,
I
that would-
guess you can't do more than one of those at a time either.
yeah. Okay, well, I'll keep looking into it and figure it out.
So,
Gotta be a way. They can't hold us hostage. And then it makes me wonder about the next one I go to. Will they also have a similar deal?
probably.
Probably.
Mhm.
It'll just look a little different.
It's
So,
so part of knowing your personal email is free. So
yes.
you could do it.
Is there any way if you ask them, I mean, you don't have to tell them why you're doing it, but that you need to download the files, ask them directly and see if they come up with a solution?
Well, they already know because I've said, is there any way to bring this down? And they said that 7,500 or something. We could make it for 3 years instead of 2 years, but still. It's really got me thinking.
Okay,
No.
So
So
they,
it looks like the EML is a standard email file, and the MSG is a Microsoft file. So you'd want to export as a EML file, which stands for electronic mail file. So
okay,
my guess is you're going to have issues if you export the MSG file and try to import that into another file system,
okay,
if that's an option.
okay,
Good luck. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
yeah,
If I see any more, I'll let you know. Might reach out. I know some more IT type people that might have more ideas.
yeah, okay. And then in the end, who knows, I may come up with the money. Just if I can't figure out how to do it.
Let's
Yeah.
hope you don't have to use that option.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're hoping for, I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's a ridiculous amount of money for that.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just to provide you with this service.
Well, it's to get that encryption and sign a business associates agreement, which is what's required to prove it's HIPAA compliant.
Mm.
and
And I
you,
those who don't use HIPAA compliant email, who don't even get involved, but that could be trouble. It could be a lawsuit later down the line.
Mhm.
Yes.
and are you considered a business just like Microsoft or something? So it's the same cost for no matter how small or big the business is?
It's just, yeah, to get it HIPAA compliant, and they think you're probably with a big, rich doctor's practice. and-
Right, yeah.
Well,
My guess is it's going to make it harder to download though, because it's HIPAA compliant, and they're like, you shouldn't be saving these files on a desktop or a hard drive.
where do they think we would save them?
Yeah,
That's yeah.
you
They
gotta
should,
put them somewhere.
they should be deleted, but I don't know. There's got to be a way. We just need to figure out how.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for trying. And
Sorry.
got me the information. I'll avoid MSG for sure.
I will reach out to some people that might actually know more than I do, but I'll see.
Okay.
I'm afraid that it's going to be individual exports like that. But once you log into GoDaddy, you can look at some of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Sorry. I'm sorry. I need to do that kind of stuff too, so I'm not alone. Nancy, how's your printer holding up?
Well, I printed my first thing from my laptop. However, it occurred to me, I think I said, am I going to have to bite the bullet and go to Windows 11? Well, no, can I update my Windows 10? And come to find out, the version I have was the version that was installed in 21. And so I have just a couple of questions for you to see. I don't know. And so I've looked at what the most recent version is.
Mhm.
But if I say, and there's such a thing as called an update assistant, that if I go to that, will they do it? I don't know. What I'm saying is, will it mess up anything I have? And I was thinking that they were updating automatically, but obviously they weren't. And I probably said don't because of the very reason that I figured that would mess something up I had. So now that should I bite the bullet and figure, well, I don't know. We don't know if it's going to mess up. Is that right?
It's probably going to be safer than updating to 11 on that computer.
Oh,
just
right.
because
Yeah, I don't even know if that's would do it. Now, the thing is, people have said the latest version, I didn't do a lot of looking at it, but they weren't real happy with it. So, right. But that maybe was a couple years ago or so, I don't know. Anyway, but I shouldn't worry about what it might mess up because it's probably going to be better. Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
It's one of those everybody hates change, right? So they're
Yeah.
complaining about the little tweaks, and
Right.
it's going to look different or be a little cumbersome until you figure it out, and then you're not going to remember life before.
So, but it's not likely that I won't be able to access something.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So can I go directly from my version 1909 to the version 22H2, which is the most recent one. I don't have to go through other versions.
I think you can do that.
Could. But then when I looked at that, when I got sorted to that, I got a pop-up that said allow10forums.com to do a Windows 10 upgrade. Is that it? I guess that's a legitimate person doing it. I mean,
10forums.com?
TEN capital FORUMS.com.
Help forums, Windows troubleshooting help and support forum. So yes,
Okay.
that's Windows.
All right. And so should I have my printer on and off during the update?
Won't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Do I do anything with my backup drive before updating?
Make sure everything's backed up.
Okay. But then leave it on, leave it attached as I do it?
You can once all your files will back it up, you can either keep it plugged in or you can unplug it. It's up to
Okay.
you.
Version during updates. Okay, all right, and it's so what it lets me, it says update, and the latest version using Update Assistant, and that, obviously I do want to use, or not obvious to me, but I do want to use, that's what I want to use to do it. All right, that's it, but don't hold your breath. And I'm not going to do it until probably next week, or I don't know, because I'm busy all day tomorrow and then away on Saturday and Sunday. So, but I will try that. But it works fine with my laptop. But the other thing I did when I was trying it over and over again, I think I told you I had a little icon that had the right numbers, but it said it was a scanner. It didn't say anything about printer and copier. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I should delete that, remove it and let it try again to put it in. Well, now it doesn't show anything. So I don't know that. I don't think it mattered, because when I told you it had that icon like a computer, and it said the same thing, no driver available. So guess that's where I am. So and yeah, so I guess the cord, but that cord was the right cord, but it's not, it wasn't long enough, but I messed it around to figure out it, and it doesn't work anyway. So I'll hang on to it until I do the update. So,
And once you do the update, then you might need to download the drivers.
right, and maybe it'll do it.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
It'll probably do it automatically, but it's hard to tell.
Well, and see, because I had asked specifically, is it compatible with Windows 10? Well, they didn't tell me, but it's only the last version of Windows 10, which makes sense, which I wish I'd thought of like 3 days ago. Anyway, thanks for your help and stay tuned.
Good luck. You got this.
Yeah.
You got the laptop, so one down.
Yeah, right. And it's on my phone too, which I don't even know when I might use that, but I guess you could print a picture from your phone then. Cool. Okay.
I print lots of things from my phone to
I do
my
too.
two Wi-Fi printers.
Well,
So
well,
you-
and see, and like I told Lynn, my printer actually, when I was trying to mess around with getting the printer attached, it actually set up a different network. So my phone has that network on it as well as my regular network. So I'm
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
that may work, but anyway.
You're in PC world. I keep forgetting that.
Yes.
With the Apple world, there's no new networks. You just print and it goes. So
Well, the only thing, this thing doesn't give you much information. The printer tells you everything. And every time it was going to give me a password, it shot out a whole sheet of paper with password number on it. I'm going, how do I stop it? So I've used like 8 pieces of paper for nothing, but they make good scratch paper. So in fact, here's the one, my notes on the other side. Anyway, so I guess I'll live.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress.
Yeah.
We sort of
But-
solved one.
Well, and I'm getting less afraid of, I'm at the point where I'll try almost anything now. It used to be, well, maybe I'll mess that up. Maybe I'll mess that up. And I'm thinking, well, it can't be any more messed up than it is now.
there you go.
Yeah.
After 5 years of tech time, you've gotten to that point.
There you go.
But then Meg comes in with something that's totally different. That's, oh my gosh, there's that world too. You know,
Well, Meg's dealing with a totally different ballpark than you are.
I know.
Believe me.
And it just goes to show how far we've come from,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't know. And it seems like the bad people are winning.
This is such a big disadvantage for anyone going into private practice because when you're affiliated with an organization, you've got a tech guy, you know, or a
Yeah.
tech.
Oh,
Right.
That's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
And you don't have
Oh.
to worry about the price of things and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
aren't any of your clients tech guys and you can exchange services?
Yeah, I think that they wouldn't be happy thinking that another client was getting into my email with their information.
Probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they know more than we do even, and how much worse it could be. So we're still a little blissfully ignorant, I think. But unfortunately, we're at the mercies of these tech organizations still at some point. Hopefully it becomes more user dominated for policies and things, but we're not there yet.
Well, the harder thing is that when you get someone who you think is a professional to help you, and other than Lynn, who we trust and we know what she knows, they can screw it up. Like when I got my other printer, the guy that tried to connect it to or I guess it was my new router. When he hooked it up, he's trying to connect my printer. He couldn't do it. And he did it and it printed once and then it was wrong. But I had made notes of when that happened before, so I could fix it. But, you know, I was expecting that he knew exactly what to do. Wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And sometimes it's like contractors type people. They're
Right.
like, oh, that's not my problem. That's somebody else's. I'm just dropping it off, or you need to uninstall this before I can install this. But I'm not
Right.
going to wait around for you to do that.
Well, it's just like my refrigerator delivery man who didn't realize that you couldn't plug a refrigerator in that had been in below freezing temperature. You had to wait till it came to room temperature. That cost the whole refrigerator. And when the second one came and they wanted to plug it in, I said, absolutely not, because I knew that you couldn't do that. So they were the professionals, supposedly.
They were professional delivery men. That's all they were professional about.
Well, exactly, except that the real guy that when the second one, they did have the better guy that knew the refrigerator business and stuff like that. And even he was going to plug it in. And so he made me, I had pictures of everything telling you not to do it and everything. And he took pictures of that and wrote on the thing that the customer insists I don't turn it on or something. Well, maybe I helped the rest of the world because he took it back and they paid attention to that for future deliveries. I don't know.
Mhm.
But if you get a refrigerator and they plug it in and it makes a lot of noise, it's bad because I didn't realize. They told me, oh, well, it'll stop making that noise. No, it won't. You just just messed up the refrigerator.
Meg, I'm sending you another link in the chat that may be helpful and may not be.
Oh, great. I'll try.
It's got different options of ways to export it, theoretically. We'll see.
Yeah, because Lynn is smart. She could outsmart these people, you know.
No, I'm not that smart. You get much credit. I know enough to get dangerous.
Meg is working in a totally different world right now than we're used to, and it's not going to be easy.
No.
Yeah. And the church does not have to deal with HIPAA stuff. So
No.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
that's above my pay grade, unfortunately.
Well, speaking of that, though, how is the new realm type thing coming?
So yes, we've got a new database system that we're switching over. If you've not heard this, you might have noticed my tech time emails on Wednesdays are looking a little different, and that's because we've started that transition over. So it's not quite ready, but to do everything, but in the next week or 2 or 3, we should probably do a deep dive on what it looks like for you guys on your end. But it's going to be so much better. Then I can do a basic overview for you guys of what's happening. If I could do what I know so far if we don't have other tech issues, if you guys are curious, but I wanted,
Well, I just want to know if if like church members can get other members' addresses and stuff.
yes, you should be able
Oh,
to.
good.
We have not got to the point where we're doing the like data directory stuff yet. We're working with a contractor to migrate all the data over for us, because otherwise John and I would not be sleeping this summer. We'd be
Yeah.
living in this world. So he has not shown us that bit of the end yet. But hopefully, unlike Rome, we can set the default that you can see people's information and they can unsubscribe if they do not want that information shared.
Well, and the thing is, so it's not like you're sharing it is as much as the printed one used to have the printed directories. Anybody could pick up a printed directory and get all that information.
Mhm.
Obviously, if they wanted to import it into a computer, that would be different. But people don't realize that you have to be someone who can sign into the thing to get to the directory. And I don't think, you just think, well, no, I don't want people knowing about my stuff, but it's not the general public.
Well, and privacy concerns in the last 10 years have dramatically increased too. People were not as concerned about privacy as they were 5-10 years ago when we were doing that. Either. And especially the photo directories we used to do, you would get permission from people when they took their photos. So that's also factor.
Lynn, is what you're doing with Realm right now have anything to do with the email that you send out on Sunday morning at 6 a.m.?
So we are now, it used to be there was a database of emails that was in MailChimp, the platform we use to build the Thursday and Wednesday or Thursday and Sunday emails.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's connected to our new database system, so it syncs automatically for me. So if somebody dies, it will say, hey, you don't need to send this email to that person anymore. And if you are added in the system and you request signing up to get emails or text messages or whatever, that would automatically then update your profile in MailChimp for me. Or if you change your email, we only have to change it once. We don't have to change it twice. So it's connected but different. So I have switched that over for people in the last 2 weeks. Or last Thursday was the first time that those emails switched over to that
The
system.
reason I asked that question is this past Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I did not get the 6 o'clock a.m. email from you, but Bev did.
Weird.
Did you look in spam?
Yep.
Oh, because I get mine in spam all the time.
And I have been getting it right along without any problems, but this
Let me check your
weekend
profile. See if it didn't. There were people that it didn't sync everything over, and I had to manually go in and update.
Does it differentiate between the two Nancy Tuttles?
Theoretically, yes. You're still Nancy J. Oh, it looks like you're not subscribed to any of our emails, Chuck.
me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you get
I get your
did you
Thursday
get
one.
did you get the email that went out yesterday about Bill Fry remembering Bill Fry?
Yes, I did.
Weird.
And I got your last Thursday email or Wednesday, whenever it goes out.
Yeah.
This week at Westminster. I got that one. I just didn't get Sunday.
Weird. We have your Comcast email. Is that the one you want?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, try this week and see.
Okay.
What
See
happens?
what happens.
Okay.
Well, see if I get one later today.
Yes, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. And do you want since I'm checking you off now, do you want to get the like outreach email that goes out twice a month? I'll
Sure.
and the remembers and celebrates when people are born and dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've been getting them right along.
Okay.
Why are
I
you
won't sign
laughing,
you up for the
Shirley?
children or youth emails. I'm guessing.
They're born and dead.
Uh, very weird. Okay, well, that's something to watch out for. Thank you for bringing that up to my
Yeah,
attention.
I don't know what happened last week. It was just unusual because it's usually right there right around 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know. I always
Mhm.
look at it.
Yeah.
Look
And
at you guys.
I look at it to see what we're singing in church that
Me
Sunday.
too.
What hymn we were
Do I
singing.
want to sing it?
See if it's anything that I already know, because he doesn't tell us ahead of time,
I know.
not in the summer.
Things have already been sent and they were protected when they were sent. I only have to worry about when they're being sent. So if I told people no more using this address,
Oh,
if the stuff that's already been sent was HIPAA protected when it was being sent, that might be good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you think? Because there isn't a risk if it's just sitting in that account, is there?
No.
And it no longer has any protection as long as it's not being sent.
Yes.
ooh.
That's what I'm gonna have.
And when you shut down the email, it's going to delete all of those emails. So,
Thing is, if I keep the email account at the less expensive, not HIPAA protected, not encrypted rate, maybe I could do that and maybe it would be worth it. I'll have to check the price differences.
yeah, and maybe you need to research what the laws and things are for, your business.
I know that, but there is another way that I can do things HIPAA protected in the future
Okay.
that my EHR has just offered. So maybe
Okay.
I just tell everyone, don't send anything through this anymore. Don't use it.
Yeah. I know Apple Mail has it used to have an easier way of exporting mails and saving it on your hard drive, but they might have changed that too.
Apple Mail.
Apple Mail. I don't know if you have an Apple or not.
I do have an Apple.
The generic Apple app on your computer.
Well, I mean, I have an Apple computer. I don't know. Yeah. So, but that, okay. Probably.
Chuck and Bev have that app.
Hmm,
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't used Apple Mail in a while, but I could look at that. But if you're not using Apple Mail, then that wouldn't
No.
be an option. Unfortunately.
That's where
came
you
over
throw it up
because-
against the wall and get its attention.
Yeah, I could not believe. Are you kidding me? And I yelled at.
The-
Well, yeah, there's
The photo she sent me last night. So
and so, okay, and I didn't even realize when that first happened way back a couple days ago that it actually was doing it. That it was because like here it's 30% complete. When it gets to 10%, 100% complete, what did I say it did? I forget what it does.
let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I forget. It goes back to because I had put the PIN number in, and it says in the PIN number you have to. I mean, I got the PIN number, and you have to put it in 2 minutes. And then so when I put the PIN number in, I get this thing. And so of course, then my 2 minutes are up. And it restarted my computer. And then it was back to square one. There was no device. So I started all over. That's right, what it did. So, and I guess that is the blue screen of death. I didn't think of it being that at the time, but
It's one of the blue screens of death.
yes.
Yeah.
There are many.
Yes.
So,
The spinning wheel of doom is another one.
oh. Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully the printer is hopefully I'm gonna like the printer.
Is
I
it-
did find I did find one for $70, so that was, yeah, it was good.
Same number that you wanted?
No, no, it isn't, and it's a different, it doesn't, and it doesn't have a fax, which I don't need a fax. I don't think I used a fax in the 10 years I had the printer, so, but of course, that was part of my problem, trying to get the lines that were faxed going from the printer to the phone out because of the way they were stuck in the power strip, so that I could take that off and put it in. So, I mean, it was just a fun day, 2 days. I mean, time just flew by.
Time flies when you're having fun, you know, that's the.
Well, and
cool.
I think my neighbors heard me say, because I yelled a couple times, "Are you kidding me?" It's like, so anyway, I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't real funny at the time.
It
I hope
makes you
you-
humble to go out and buy a new piece of equipment every once in a
Well,
while.
I am gonna get a new computer, but I wasn't going to do it quite yet. And and then I will update my laptop to 11 too. I mean, 11 also, Windows 11.
Nancy, get a MacBook, will you?
Oh, I could never do that. I could never.
Oh, yes, you could. It would be so much easier. You'd have so many less problems.
No,
and-
but my son-in-law works for, well, what used to be Dell, so he knew all that stuff, but he's still, I mean, he works for Boomi, if you know who Boomi is. So he at least can help me theoretically with the
There's that big word again.
with the software. Yeah, right. Well, I'm driving with him to near Johnstown to pick up Heidi from camp tomorrow. And I told him I'm gonna search his brain the whole way there, pick his brain. So it's a 4-hour drive. So maybe, I know, but his big thing is, well, go to Google or the website. Well, I've done that, and yes, you can get a lot of ideas and you try every single one of them and then one works, but you forget which one it was that worked. At least that's my problem. It's like, if it finally works, oh, now what did I do? But
Well, and it will change by the next time you do it again because
Mm.
there's always updates.
yeah, well, that was the trouble with ordering the printer. I was looking at all the what do you call it, specifications, and to see if it was the right if it was going to fit and all that. And every time I looked at it, something was different. And I'm thinking, what? Which one do I believe? So, and when I asked Google and I got an answer, and of course I couldn't save the answer. I could save the site I got it on. So when I went back to that site, the answer had changed. So it's like,
Never easy.
I mean, I guess it's nice that it's up to date, but holy Pete.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now they're, adding ads at the top of those. So it might not be the best thing. You're seeing what they're trying to push, which is not good either.
I
Very
don't-
hard.
I'm gonna
Those
go find a
ads.
deserted island and or go off on a sailboat.
Well, take your old printer and, get a baseball bat and just whack it to death.
Well, actually, I was thinking, I wonder if somebody can fix that printer, because I got it to turn on, but here again, the thing just had the blue screen. It didn't have it. You couldn't even open you couldn't take the cartridges out because the thing didn't open and everything. And I'm thinking, well, maybe there's something in there someone can fix, and then I can use that printer again, but
My
probably not.
second source
It's
over
what-
near the Government Services Building.
Where? What'd you say?
Second Source.
What about it?
Try them. They do all sorts of things with computers.
Oh, yeah.
They're over, Bev, do you remember what street they're on? It's not
Is it
Balmore.
across from the government service building on
Yeah.
West Town Road?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So what do they do with computers?
Fix.
So
Yeah.
West Town Road, 600 West Town Road.
Yeah.
They close at 6 p.m. if you want to go over today. Uh,
And
No.
they'll tell you whether they can do anything with it or not. They won't yank your chain.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
um,
Thank you.
I mean,
it's in the chat if you want directions.
All right.
But Bev, you're one that switched from PC to Mac. What do you think?
It was pretty seamless, but everything else we have in the house is an Apple product, so. And I'm really not using it much for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to use it more for like, I would edit photos on here and
Mm-hmm.
some other things that weren't work related, but even the work I do on it is minimal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Well-
an iMac down in the basement, Lynn, which she uses for a lot of things, so she's very familiar with it as it is, but it's just a matter of switching over from the HP laptop to the
Mm-hmm.
MacBook, and
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I've got my phone as Android and, it's just,
You want it to
Well,
all speak together.
yeah.
yeah.
And actually, I sort of don't want it. Some of it I want to sync, but not everything. I mean, like when Edge thought they were going to take everything over, and that scared the heck out of me when I couldn't get back into Chrome, but but I did. Thanks to my schooling from Miss Lynn.
I tried going from Mac to Microsoft, and I was so frustrated. I thought it'd be good to have one of each. Brian would have the Mac, I'd have the other one, and then we'd have backups. I got so frustrated trying to remember how to do the most basic things since they were different that I gave it to one of our sons.
Mm.
Well, and that's what when I got my phone, even because two of my grandkids have iPhones and the other one has an Android. And it said, if you've got an Android, you're not going to want to switch to a Mac, iPhone, because it's more simple, but you're so used to doing this other stuff that people really have a problem. And I'm thinking, I don't need any more problems than I got. But
when I was working, I had my own iPhone, but the company gave me a Samsung phone to use for company business. And, like Meg was saying, it's like two different things that you've got to remember which one can you do on which one and how. It it just got to be a pain in the butt. I was never so happy to give it back to them at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well, and I'm not good at learning new things anymore. I mean, I'm the virtual old dog.
Good. Good to keep your brain sharp though, which is good.
Right. I do that with Wordle.
Yes.